Hey, happy Saturday. Whee! How are you doing? I don't know why I'm yelling at you. I got my eyebrows done yesterday after work. Now, I wanted to put these on because I don't want to shock anyone. Some people get a little bit torqued up when I get my brows done. Now, every 5 weeks or so, I get my brows threaded and tinted with henna. I do henna on my brows, So for a day or two after they do it, they're a little darker than normal. Actually, last night after I got them done, I had to go to Costco. So I had to go into Costco with my Bert from Sesame Street eyebrows. I don't give a damn. Nobody in there gave a damn. Nobody cares. You can go out, however, people don't care. I mean, look around. Walk into Walmart. Nobody gives a shit what you're dressed like. You probably look like you're ready for the prom compared to some people in Walmart. Whatever you got on, it doesn't even matter. I'm going to take these off now, though, because I don't want dents in my nose because I'm getting ready to go do a video in Walmart. It's kind of early in the morning, and we're going to go look at Halloween candy. I got my hair pulled back so it won't be in the way of the microphone. I don't wear dangly earrings. I have to be careful not to have on a shirt that will hit the microphone. But it's a little chilly this morning. It's raining, and it's only about 58 degrees. But the humidity, all the rain makes it feel a little cooler than that. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off. I just wanted to warn you. A lot of people with very delicate sensibilities on the internet. My eyebrows are going to be a little darker than normal. Hold on to yourself. There. I know. That's about all I have to say about it. I think they're a little cockeyed. Well, they look a little cockeyed because my eyebrows are a little cockeyed, and there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it. I don't believe I was meant to live. I had too many problems. My body is very mismatched. A lot of it is not symmetrical. I'm not really sure why. I think they took two halves and just kind of mashed them together. Like my house, it was made out of the leftover parts of the rest of the houses, I think. I'm not really sure. So we're going to look at Halloween candy. Very exciting. I meant to do it earlier, but every weekend I just had other stuff going on and I just didn't make it. It's raining harder now. So we're going to do that. And I have this whole week off work. I'm very excited. I've been looking forward to this. I needed to use up some vacation time because we're only allowed to carry over 40 hours every year. And they really encourage us to use it. And they send out reminder emails. They really, where I work, they really encourage their employees to take time off. They're all about work-life balance. Don't forget to use your time. We don't want you to lose it, and we do want you to enjoy your time off. You earned it. You should take that time off. So, and they will work with you to, make that happen. So it's actually very cool. I don't go into detail about where I work because I had a stalker in the past. So I don't talk a whole lot about where I work or what I do. It's not what I used to do. It's something different, and I like it. It was a bit of a learning curve. It's because it's very different from anything I've ever done before. But I'm getting there. I feel much more comfortable in it now, and I've been there almost 6 months. So yeah, November 1st it'll be 6 months. My God, can you believe that? Time flies. So we're going to the Taj Mahal Mart. That's the fancy Walmart. It is fancy. It's over near High Point University, and it's a little fancier than most of the other Walmarts around. I think it is. Anyway, they recently kind of redid the interior of the store, which was kind of funny because their nail polish has been unlabeled now since at least January 2021. They moved it to a whole other part of the store. It's still unlabeled because it's actually labeled by an outside party. It's not like the employees are just slacking off. It's actually done by some other something. I'm not sure. But other stores around here have relabeled their nail polish. They've even done resets in the time that this Walmart has done nothing. So it's very strange. I don't really understand it, but I thought, well, while I'm here, I'll check the nail polish and see if they've bothered to label it yet or not. So hopefully they have. I don't know. I always liked it, organizing nail polish there, because it was in a good location where you didn't have loud music or anything. But they've now moved it to another part of the store, and it's not quite as good as it was, but it doesn't matter because it's still not labeled. I figured a morning like this would be a good time to go to look at Halloween candy. That's not to say it won't be crowded. I mean, it could still be crowded. But it's raining. It's about 8:30 on a Saturday morning. I thought, I mean, how many people are really going to be in the candy section at Walmart right now? Hopefully not many. So, because I stay out of people's way. Now, if they're a lot of the cuts you see in those videos are me getting out of the way, or, you know, while somebody's here, I'll go to another part or whatever. I do my best to stay out of the way. I really do. So, but I thought if I go here, if I get up and just go now, maybe it won't be too crowded. Hopefully not. And people love to see all the candy they have at Halloween. So we're going to go look at that. And I was in Costco yesterday after I got my brows done. And I went to get a pizza and Halloween candy. All the healthy stuff. So I bought 17 pounds of candy yesterday for $53. I did. I got 3 big bags of candy. I got a chocolate mix. They have this big bag that's all chocolate. They have like peanut M&Ms, regular M&Ms, Snickers bars. I can't remember the whole mix. It's a bunch of different little, you know, just brand name little candy bars. That was $20. And that's a deal too. I mean, it's almost 6 pounds. And then I got a bag of, it's like the Kirkland Fun Mix or whatever, but it's like non-chocolate candy. You have, I think, Skittles, Starburst, Twizzlers, stuff like that. So it's almost 5 point something pounds of that. Is that right? Oh no, it's almost 6. No, it was almost 6 pounds. And then I bought a big ass bag of Haribo Gold Bears, a big bag of the little individually, the little bags, and I got that. So altogether it was almost 17 pounds of candy. And if we have good weather, we'll hand out every bit of it. I'm hoping we do, because last year it was kind of like this. It was rainy, windy, cold, so we didn't get a lot of trick-or-treaters last year. I had a bunch of candy left over. Because I had bought it before Halloween. I didn't know the weather was going to be like that. I gave most of it to Glenda the Good Witch, and because he's got 3 kids, he said, don't worry, it won't go to waste. So, several people, and I haven't explained this in a while, and that's one of the things I wanted to explain in this video. Several people have asked me, who is Glenda the Good Witch? She keeps talking about him. Okay, it's complicated. All right. First of all, I am of the opinion that if you are on the internet and you have skeletons in your closet, your best move is to go ahead, get all the skeletons out and introduce them to everybody. Just go ahead and get them out there. Let everybody meet your skeletons, because if you don't, if you ever develop any kind of presence online, somebody from your past who has a beef with you is going to do it for you. Just go ahead and get all your skeletons out. Stand them up straight, get them dressed nice, and introduce them to everybody. So that's what I try to do. I don't really have any secrets about my past. I will tell you whatever. You know, I've been married 3 times. I have 3 ex-husbands. They did not leave me. I initiated those divorces. Now, if you're MGTOW, you have already decided that I'm evil because of that. Well, you don't know all the details of those marriages and why they ended. The first one, my first husband I met when I was in a cult. He was the reason that I moved up there, because we met at my brother's wedding, and I thought he was wonderful, and I was young and kind of not very bright, and so we kept talking after the wedding. Now this was up in Illinois, and I lived down here, and we kept talking, and we ended up getting engaged, which, you know, I really didn't. Oh my God, something nasty in the road back there. So I didn't really know him very well, but we got engaged. We were in love. Oh my God. And I moved up there so we could be together. And I ended up, he's a member of this religious group that my brother and his wife were in. And so I had to move up there for us to be together. And of course I had to become a devoted member of the group. And I did. Problem is, if you are dating in this group, you are not allowed to really spend any time alone together. And we're adults, but if you're part of this group, you have to do what they say. So we would have a chaperone with us. And long story short, when I married this guy, I didn't really know him. There were things about him that I was not aware of, and there were things that he flat out lied about. He had a tremendous amount of debt in collections, and that was just one of the things he lied about. Anyway, I'm not going to get too personal, but there were things that if I had known these things, I would not have married him. Because I asked him up front about, these are deal breakers for me. And he answered them all in a way that would make me happy, but his answers were not entirely accurate. I didn't find out until after we were married. So it put a tremendous strain on our marriage as I found out one thing after another was a lie. I'm like, oh my God, I married a man I don't know. I married a liar. And it didn't work out. Okay, we were together for less than a year. It didn't work out. Married. We were together longer than a year, but yeah, it didn't work out. So I divorced him. He fucked off wherever. I don't know where he went. He left. He did leave the church with me. So I know, I guess that was good for him. I mean, he got out of that church, and, I think he had been wanting to get out for a while, but didn't really know how to do it. He didn't really have the intestinal fortitude to leave on his own. So, yeah, that's a whole other story. Anyway, my second husband was abusive, and I'm not going to say a whole lot more about that. I divorced him. He was not a good person. And again, everything changed after we said I do, and everything became something that it was not before. Anyway, my third husband, that's Glenda the Good Witch. We're not married anymore, but we have been dating for a long time. That was really a situation where, he had 3 kids, 3 boys. I had 2 boys. All 5 of our boys were under the age of 12. Long story short, it just didn't work out with the 7 of us trying to live under the same roof. It was a blended family that never blended. For a long time after we got divorced or after we separated, we stayed. It was very amicable. We remained friends. It was not a problem with us. It just, all of us living together didn't work. So we started dating again. Oh my gosh, over 4 years ago, I think it was. So we still live separately, but we're still dating. It's weird, but it's the kind of thing where, will we ever get married again? I don't know. We may be I was reading about Bob Barker's life the other day, and he had a similar situation, not with a woman he married, but he was in a long-term relationship for 30 years with this woman, and they never got married and they never lived together. They always maintained separate households, but they were in a relationship for up until his death. It's very interesting. Anyway, so that's okay. Why do you call him Glenda the Good Witch? Okay, I'll explain that. One day I was just thinking about my marriages, and I thought, my ex-husbands are kind of like the witches from the Wizard of Oz. If you think about it, you have 3 witches in the Wizard of Oz. You have the Wicked Witch of the East, the Wicked Witch of the West, and then you have Glenda the Good Witch. They're all witches. I have 3 ex-husbands. They're all ex-husbands, but they're all kind of different. The Wicked Witch of the East would be my first husband, where you don't know a whole lot about him, not around very long. You know that they're not great. They're one of the wicked witches, but they're gone now. So, they exit the story very quickly. The only difference is nobody dropped a house on him that I know of, and I wouldn't be altogether upset if they did. I don't think anybody's dropped a house on him at this point. But so he's Wicked Witch of the East. I don't really talk about him much because he didn't really play like a huge part in my life, because he was here and then he was gone. He was like a summer storm, here and you're out of here, because now fuck this, go away. So he's gone. And oh God, my credit got wrecked just in the short time that we were married, and I had bill collectors calling me. It's funny because, you know, once you marry somebody with really shit credit, the bill collectors will find you and they will start calling you. That's how I found out he had all that debt. It's not because he told me. It's because the collection agencies told me. Oh no, ma'am, your husband owes such and such and such. Like, I'm sorry? Oh yeah, he owes all this money to these creditors. Like, I was not aware of that. Wow. So then I confronted him about it, and then he had to admit, oh yeah, actually I forgot to mention that. Like, you didn't forget, you lied. Anyway. This was a few months ago. I had a collection agency call me looking for him. I said, I'm sorry, we've been divorced for over 20 years. I don't know what you expect me to tell you. Well, ma'am, he owes money to whatever credit card company. I'm like, well, good luck, because he still owes me money, and I never got it and I never will. He was supposed to pay me some money and he never paid it. Just for a court thing. He owed me several $100s and I never got it. And I never will. Yeah, good luck getting that. You're not going to get any money out of him because he is just a shitty person. He owes money to everybody. I don't know why people keep giving him credit cards. Like, who is giving this man credit cards? He gets credit cards and maxes them out and never pays them off. Who is still giving this man credit cards at this point? His credit score has got to be in the single digits by now. Anyway, that was just funny as hell. And I had a collection agency call me looking for him. Like, he's not here. Trust me, he is not here. Well, we were just hoping you might know where he was. I'm going, how did you even get my number? Y'all are creepy. You're like the stalker I had a few years ago. How did you get my number? They didn't say. Anyway, they said, ma'am, we just wanted to know if you knew where he is. I said, I have no idea. He's far away from me, and that's all I care about. Wicked Witch of the East. We don't know much about him. He's here and gone. Doesn't play a big part in the story. Then you have the Wicked Witch of the West. Wicked Witch of the West plays a much bigger part in the story. We know that the Wicked Witch of the West was more evil than her sister. I think Glenda the Good Witch said that. She's even worse than her sister or something like that. Even worse than the first one. Has flying monkeys. And every time you try to go anywhere or do anything, he is right there to try to cause problems, you know, and just screw everything up for you. That's the Wicked Witch of the West. That's that. Do everything they can to cause problems. And they take great pleasure in doing so. A little bit of a malignant narcissist, you know. Just can't let shit go. So that's the Wicked Witch of the West. My current ex is Glenda the Good Witch. So he is an ex, but he is the best of the three, and he is a wonderful person. And we always have a lot of fun together. We like to get together and go out to eat and stuff, you know. And we still need to get together and finish watching Ozark and Better Call Saul. We had started both of those shows and we never finished them. We're hoping this winter to get together and do that. But he's very busy. He works full time. He has a very stressful job. And he helps his mom with this mountain house that she and her late husband, his dad passed away a few years ago. They have this mountain house up there, and his dad did a lot of the maintenance on it, but when he passed away, Glenda the Good Witch kind of took over that. And he also has a glue on my windshield. He also has a condo up in the mountains that he rents out, and he has to go up there and do stuff for that pretty frequently. So he's gone a lot. He's busy a lot, but we get together when we can. That's Glenda the Good Witch. That when I talk about that, it's not like somebody said they thought it was like my gay best friend or something. No, it's not. No, he's actually my ex-husband, and so that's who I'm talking about. Actually, I have some apples for him. I came back from my dad's place. We went to see my dad last Saturday, and I came back with a bushel of apples And there's no way we're going to eat all these apples, so I'm going to take him some and leave them on his porch because he's actually not there. I think he's at his parents' house doing something today. I don't know. But he sends me pictures as he works. He kind of reminds me of Jeremy Clarkson on Clarkson's farm because he's had to learn to operate all of this equipment that's up there. He bought a tractor to use up there. It's this big, it was like $47,000. Oh my God. Some of the family members are supposed to help him, chip in to help pay for part of it, but he bought it. And so he's trying to learn how to operate this tractor. And when I watched Clarkson's farm, I just cracked up like, oh my God, this sounds familiar. Trying to learn how to drive the damn thing and how to do maintenance on it and all that kind of stuff. So it was an adventure for him to learn how to operate it. But yeah, so that's who I'm talking about, is my current ex. So this is our relationship at this point, and it's probably going to stay that way for a long time. And it's okay, because we're both very busy doing our own stuff all the time. And we get together when we can, it's okay. So, yeah, he's great. So I need to get into Walmart and go ahead and get this done. There are actually a lot of people here. It is very crowded. I'm kind of surprised. Like, why is it so... Okay, what time is it now? It's 8:50. Shit. Well, that might be why. I should have gotten out here earlier, but whatever. I'm not going to worry about it a whole hell of a lot. Let's see. I forgot to wear pants with pockets, so look at my little wallet. Isn't this cute? See, it's metal, and it opens like an accordion. I got this on Amazon, and it has that RFID chip reader blocking stuff in it or whatever it says it does. I love these because they're small, and I've been using these for a long time. The only problem is this little plastic catch over time kind of wears out and it doesn't work so well, so I have to replace this thing occasionally. I thought this one was pretty though, and I have my little Goodwill purse, and I put that in here. I get my keys, put my keys in there, and my stuff for my lips, because there's nothing worse than being in the middle of making a video and then realizing, like, I really wish I had my lip stuff. So all that, and I have my earbuds, and we'll put these in, and I'm going to go do it. So thank you so much for watching and for being here. I hope your weekend is great. My little statement at the beginning of these Spirit Halloween videos seems to have really worked, because I haven't gotten one single nasty comment on that video. So I'm very happy about that. Honestly, I think the Spirit Halloween videos bring out the basement dwelling comic book store guys who see this as their moment to shine, and they can impress strangers on the internet by explaining how me referring to something as this was incorrect. Like, I think they really get off on that, and those Spirit Halloween videos just bring those people out of the woodwork for whatever reason. I really have no explanation for the people who get mad in the sandwich videos. I don't know who the hell those people are. But the Spirit Halloween, yeah, those are comic book store guys. They really are. They're watching the video while their mom fixes their chicken tenders, and they just have nothing else to do at the moment, so they leave nasty comments. That's what I'm thinking it is. But I haven't had a single one as of this morning, not a single nasty comment of any sort. So it's very nice. So that made me feel much better. I was like, thank God. Thank you for not calling me names this year. I really appreciate it. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll see you again soon.